you gave a lecture recently at in Mississippi.
Yes.
And part of your lecture discussed the issue of body hair and moles and hair, particularly, if I remember correctly.
Well, I guess I could begin with watching people and collecting visual information. And so I'll be in a Walmart completely overstimulated, right, and disoriented. And I can ground myself again when I'm sort of in the line looking at people. Perhaps I'll see a woman with several rolls under her chin and a neck beard. And I can't...
You like this one?
Yeah. And I cannot understand, A, why they don't care, or if they don't notice, or perhaps they just don't see it. Or maybe they're at peace with it. Maybe they're you know, the woman is in touch with her masculine side. They made a decision to leave it. And then I think, is she eating really bad food and this is producing it? I mean, what's happening?
I mean, the hormone-laden
the
milk and stuff?
The hormone-laden meats and things, and I think, or is it genetic? And who, you know, how did we arrive at this place in which she's there purchasing bags of jelly beans and her tampons and all her crap, but is oblivious, or her aesthetic, you know, and then, you know, right next to her the magazines of these flawless people, and I wonder if in her mind does she imagine she looks that way when she's reading the magazine, that she gets so lost in it. We are animals, and when I am looking around collecting information for my drawings, I find it fascinating the things that one does to disguise the animal, and the animal inevitably leaks through.
Give me an example. I mean, I can think of
an example,
shaving your armpits.
Shaving your armpits, waxing, but, you know, nail polish, like, you know, really closely examining, you know, some beautifully painted red nails, but just coming through the dirt under the nails. You can see the dirt through the red and the gruesomeness of that. Of, you know, what would she do? Was she gardening? Did she mentally flip back and forth into a fantasy?
Is it menstrual blood?
Is it menstrual blood? Is it, you know, what is it? She's picking zits in her hair. Or she's scratching her dog's back and the dirt collects, the dog dander collects underneath there. And this half of her fantasizing about being very glamorous and beautiful, and the other half is getting lost in daily life and the chores, yeah, the chores that you have to do, and why the constant daily life. And you forget this is the ideology, this is the gloss.
That's right.
That sits on top of everything. It's the mythologies that buttress everything and buffer it, so that there's, you know, it becomes this secretive space, right? And then in that space, all the hang-ups and all fear and all the stuff exists.
It boils, and sometimes boils over.
That's correct, and that lack of discussing it is what results is, you know, all the porn on the internet and all the, you know, the secretive, all the secretive crap, right?
Right. The secret lives.
The secret lives. That's where you get the real perverts.